Welcome back, WeArEuS, and I'm just going to go ahead and treat this as the second episode because I just spent about 40 or so minutes speaking into my mic, thinking I was recording an episode for you guys, only to find out I misclicked the unpause button. I right clicked instead of left clicked because I was using my left hand on the mouse. So I didn't unpause it. And so I didn't record anything. And between that, the frustration of that, foolishness, which was 100% on me, and it being as cold as it is, I hate it. And so you don't expect there to be an episode tomorrow. I know how it sounds. But look, I've spent, since I got up, brushed my teeth, did all of the stuff I needed to do, since I woke up, I've spent at least, I hope it was only an hour and a half to 2 hours on Steam, looking for another game to record alongside this. As I went over in the recording that wasn't recording, I spent all of that time trying to decide on something else, like I said, and I ultimately made a decision only to realize that the game itself had no actual... Maybe I should try talking to the guard. Had no actual release date. At least none that's, stated. And then there's Ash and Steel, which released, and I recorded the demo of that, which was of the quality you would expect, given my PC is not even potato, it's potato root. Regardless, the game released and it's not in a great state. Basically, there are quest NPCs that are broken, quests that break rather easily, and exploration that overall isn't really worth it, on top of really slow progression, which is a shame because the game is on GeForce Now, which means we could play it at a high graphics settings, get good frame rates out of it. If only everything that matters in an open world RPG wasn't completely broken. Then I played, after finding that out, I stopped caring, and I selected a couple of things that were on the wish list that were released, and one of them was something with Trillion in the name. I don't remember the name exactly, even though I played the demo a little while ago, around an hour ago, and spent almost an hour playing it. Love the game. Hold on. What the freaking back off? Don't care.
Oh, Zobo. Agora sim, mano.
So, I played the demo, and it's a roguelike, but it's God, I hate going over this again. It's a mix of... It's pseudo turn-based, in that as long as your character remains still, nothing else on screen can move. Then there's your weapon, which floats around you and you can control it. When you move the weapon or the character herself, time resumes for everything on screen. And remains that way as long as you're moving. As long as her or the weapon are moving. You can bump the weapon into enemies to deal damage to them. They have specific areas that cause them to take more damage if they get hit there. The weapon itself you actually construct out of blocks and spikes and things like that you find along the way. And you can freely change the form of at terminals that allow you to do that. And you also carry, I think, 2 portable crafting kits that allow you to just adjust the weapon on the fly. It's fun, and I actually really like it. And I have a hankering for playing a roguelike too. But then there's also the other one. I don't remember the name of it either. I see it, but it's not clear enough to state. Anyway, so I've got a couple of them, and then there's Pale Coins, I believe it's called, which I also want to play. Like, there's just so much I want to play and record, and I just don't have the time. So yeah, that's all of that is to say that I still haven't decided. So I'm getting closer. So until then, it'll just be us, Hornet and Bell Guy. Now, you may be wondering why we are here in Bellheart rather than, frankly, anywhere else. Well, while I was recording, without realizing I wasn't recording, I wandered over to Mount Fay. As you can see, it was a considerable amount of exploring. But then I hit a dead end, and I need to also... I think one does it justice. So, while I was not recording, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and call the extra verticality double jump, because I don't know what it is or how it'll work, but I'm assuming it'll have that same basic functionality where it just gives you more vertical traversal. That's it. Double jump is what I'm going to go with. So I need a double jump to get up here, There's a platform somewhere around here, but I can't get to that either. Over here, there were some flies basically coated in ice, and when you hit them or get near them, they literally burst into spikes. So that was a whole thing. And then I almost got across, and then I didn't. So in here, there's like 3. I saw 3. The first one is pretty close. You can run and jump onto it, then dive attack, bounce off of it. Get close to the next one, which you then need to claw line to reach, unless you have the double jump. And even then, it's probably a little iffy with the double jump. But then, the next one is further and higher. To make matters worse, the flies themselves, they don't really give you a lot of vertical lift when you bounce off of them with the dive attack. So without that extra height, you can't travel as far, right? Which makes getting to the next one harder. Also, the water in this place deals damage to you immediately. It's not like the lava, which is just the funniest thing, isn't it? For some reason, the cold is immediately harmful. But lava? Well, okay, it's not. Okay, to be fair, direct contact with lava would immediately harm Hornet. I was actually referring to the like hot floors and other surfaces, where if you don't break away from them after a short amount of time, they then deal damage. Yeah, so the water in Mount Fay is not like that. Oh, I also met, as you can probably tell by the map existing, I met Chakra there. I spoke to her and she... Basically, they went on about the nature of the... Frick, what was the word they used? Something starting with C. That's right there. Anyway, we were talking about the bugs that travel along the... I don't remember the words they used. Given that I had to actually read it out, it's not like I was even half paying attention. I was focused on what they were saying, but then I did all of this business, and what she said, that's just, well, it's fading even now. But they discussed the bugs that do their little walk. There's a word for it, but again, I can't remember it. So they spoke about those bugs, and it wasn't particularly relevant or interesting or anything, but Chakra said that she originally underestimated their strength, but especially given that they refused to take weapons with them on their journey, but she said she could understand the nature of their trek and why they would choose to be that way, and said that in their own way they had a certain kind of strength. Like I said, not particularly relevant. Then I bought the map from her, and then I decided I would go and see what the rest of the area behind her would be like, and whether or not it would be worth trying to travel through. When she stopped me, noticing the effects of the parasite on Hornet, having called it as much. No, Hornet having referred to it as such. And she said either fight it off or find someone to help. And so it occurred to me, why not look to the guy who inadvertently set me on the path to end up with the parasite in the first place? That's right. Mr. Bell himself.
Hello.
My sickly friend. Pavo can sense that you are ailing, but fret not. For in Bellheart, pilgrims may rest and recuperate until they are fit to travel once more. Your hospitality is appreciated, Pavo. But I fear rest alone will not suffice for this illness. A parasite has taken root inside me, one I cannot remove through strength alone. And good Lord, it is not for lack of trying. Tell me, are there any you know who might help me? A healer or a physician? A physician? Well, we did once have one. A frightening fiend, callous and rude in her practice. For the health of glorious Belhart, we voted unanimously to expel her. I know not where she buzzed away to, and I prefer to keep it that way. But if you really must seek her out, you might start by speaking to the old hermit skulking beneath the bellway. Yes, that hermit seems mad, but he has a way of accumulating knowledge. He might be able to tell you where that wretched physician is lurking. I don't remember how to get down there. I think... Wait, hold on. I don't know what this will do, but we've got the dosh for it. And it's only 200. I thought it was 400 and I was going to do it. Hopefully that benefits me in some way in the future. He said, knowing that it very likely wouldn't. We're not doing that. Once was enough. This place is nothing else of interest for me. What the frick? Pretty sure if I do that. Wake up!
Man, I saw her.
What's this? Twitching inside of you. A slave within a slave. Give it over your shell to grow something greater.
Has been?
A parasite has made its home within me. It saps my energy, and I cannot purge it with strength alone. Lie down, and die then for all I care. Allow that wriggling thing its chance at life. Or else... Go seek the one exiled from Belhart, little Yarnaby. She was chased out, high up into the moors, last I heard.
Korokatelo.
Like, how high? Because, I don't... Okay, we're in Belhart. Could it just be, like, somewhere up here, maybe? Because that'd be great. Because I would hate beyond words for her. Yeah, it's almost certain she won't be up here in the forum. So, you know, there's that at least. Probably not in Sinners Road. Oh yeah, I did also try to go here, see what was going on in this area, but as far as I'm aware, there's just no way to get up there right now. So I'll leave that there, and I'll actually probably replace it with a silver mark. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know.
Korokatelo.
So she's high up.
Luminarat.
Lelos lem.
Nesvir?
Jamda.
Holy yamor.
La la la. Lilalu.
Şafete. Sesi, Sarvo. Şastene.
That's annoying. Go right. I'm going to go ahead and assume that she did not go very far. Because the last thing I want to imagine is her having actually gone all the way to the Citadel. Pretty sure I know where we are. We're right across from the lower entrance to Shellwood. Dead. Wait, didn't I have in the Belvane tunnels above and below Bellheart?
Ren.
I don't know where these bells are supposed to be at or what they look like. So far down, you don't even hear him die. So that's what it's going to be like? Okay, so they're just lying around then. Cool. That's to Shellwood.
Ushumula? Fadastama.
I thought this was an interaction that we'd already had before. Apparently it's just similar to the other ones we've had before.
This creature staked its territory here and attacked as I passed through. You should not linger long. Her tribe remains hidden amongst the branches, disguised and waiting to strike.
Muisno?
Oh! So the cutting up was done by you? Nu gives warm thanks. Now Nu can inspect this creature well, all its gooey insides and crunchy shell.
Have fun with that. I try to figure out where I am.
frick am I? Okay, this is towards the Bellway. No. The Bellway is this way. Okay, so I know where we are is right here. I'm trying to get up here. Okay, there's a path down. Okay, I think I know where we are. Yeah. So we're currently here. I think we did go up here, which is annoying.
of a quick way to... I guess we could. So I had the genius idea, what if we went to the Songclave? Okay. Hoping someone from the Songclave has actually seen her. What if he meant Greymore?
Benny Frank.
Ah, I was right. I thought this was going to be, again, I thought this would be a nothing interaction. He'd just have some random garbage to say and we'd be on our way. Should have known better when she actually responded. Maybe. But he says, he did say that there's an old doctor up above somewhere. Our remedies have said to often hurt more than they help, but given your state, I'd say it's worth the risk. And so begins the journey. Yet again, in fact. I don't know exactly where the frick she is. Not here, but probably there. With a slim possibility of this, and even this. So we'll check them all. Because it's Sunday and I am currently made of time. I think the easiest one to check would be the one on the far left side. Alright. Hey there. I disagree with that. The only part of that that should do any actual damage is the tip. You know, the forked bit. Bye. Still just going through. A locked bell home. I think this is it.
No!
Shoo, I say! Unless you've brought a worthy specimen with something truly nasty inside them. Psst! Otherwise, leave the great Yarnaby in peace.
Da, Fenestra.
I am sick, madam, and badly in need of your service. I I've become host to a vile infestation. It leeches my strength and attempts to wrest control of my shell.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Thought you would.
ねえメメゾ
I can't imagine this is going to go well.
Now, what's all this? Infested, are you? Do you even know who I am? Why, 'tis the great Yarnaby. Genius physician, unfairly outcast, who now towers before you.
You're flying. You're not towering.
Catestre
I apologize for intruding upon your work, but if you are the skilled physician you claim, I ask your assistance. A parasite has wormed its way inside of me. Its roots twist and pull inside my shell, draining my strength. If you possess the skills and tools, I would see it removed.
あレロスレン
Well. So you're a special sickly specimen, are you? That changes matters, yes. Turns them on their head. Let me see. Not haunted indeed. No silk sickness, but something strange has certainly clawed its way in.
ザラザラザラ
These roots that torment you so. I'm not altogether familiar with them, but it matters not. If there's something nasty inside a shell that must come out, we use great Yarnaby's extricator. It's your only hope.
あレロスレン
But to crack your stiff shell will first need some extra strength. The healing can be done, yes, but before that, my mighty extricator needs an upgrade.
メナソ
Bravo, a specimen who sees my brilliance. The task we use is simple. Head over into that tangled mess of cages on the roads above the moors.
あレロスレン
I seem to have completely lost her voice. I know. I've pretty much got it back now. It's a bit of a Witch of the Wicked West type of thing.
2 bugs hide away there. Benjamin and Kroll, simple types, woefully ignorant, and they've been useful in procuring me materials. It's steel spines I need, a full bundle of them, forged hard and sharp, tougher than I've ever had. Tough enough to crack stone and to pierce your thick shell.
フダステム
Then prepare your machine for my return, madam. I shall soon return with the spines, for I am eager to see myself freed.
エンドメ
Benjamin and Kroll. Crap. Back to Sinner's Road we go. This definitely has to be accessible at this point in time for me. So we keep heading right, and then we go up to, wait. So I know we go up to Sinner's Road from here. But isn't the... Oh, hey there. Frickin'. Isn't the road up there kind of unpleasant? Well, there's definitely no better way. I could get there from Songclave. But it's a bit of a journey just to get there. Right, I have to go through bile water. I'd rather not do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I thought this was another. I thought the way up here was another path we had to take before. Okay. Bye. It's irritating. So where exactly am I supposed to find these two idiots? She said they would be on in Sinner's Road, not in Vile Water. So let's try here.
Magina Fora.
Good bugs. Good bugs, I am here on request of the Dr. Yarnaby. She requires spines forged of steel for a crucial operation.
Look at her, Benjamin. She's all sick like, coiled up tight with something weird. I reckon that operation's for her herself. Yeah, she's a sad sight for sure, Crow, but sick or not, our scrap's hard found. If she's wanting, we gotta be getting paid. Afraid the little one speaks true, Missy. You might be ailing, but we can't be offering charity. We're stocking the spines you need. You just gotta be ready to part with some beads. Okay.
Sentazo.
It's a pleasure doing business, ma'am. It's only the finest scrap we're selling. Promise. For your shell's sake, we'll be open all them spines and get the job done.
Dos golem.
Weird. I mean, the map. Oh, hey there. Anyway, the map says that we've been there before, so it's a bit curious. But I wish I could remember what that initial interaction was like. So it's over to Greymore now. Okay. Right. So we have to take the elevator.
No! Hironare.
Madam, I have returned with the spines requested. Allow me to enter, that you may remove this parasite from my shell.
Aha! The spines! Specimen, you have them. Then it is time, indeed, to free you of your wriggling torment and show my genius clear.
There's a reason she was kicked out of Belhart. by everyone. Aside from Oscar the Grouch, who has no opinion because he lives in a pineapple under the pile of bells.
Yes, yes. Finally, a specimen worthy of my mighty extricator. My beautiful, unfairly maligned extricator. Come this way.
This seems fine. Bound, the crest of witch. Whip the needle in sweeping swings. Leech the life of foes through twisted roots. We're free.
The operation, a success. The simpletons hiding in that blasted building would shudder into dust if they saw how much I achieved without them.
Tamiyan.
Madam, I shan't lie. That was an ordeal such as I have rarely suffered. And yet the parasite does seem to have been unbound somewhat. Whatever remnant still lingers in my shell feels calmed, enough for me to claim its power as my own.
Has been?
Perhaps this is a fortunate result after all.
Of course, of course. Great Yarnaby has healed you. Shout it through the caverns. Scream it from the great spinning towers. Just make sure they hear you in so-called civilized settlements of this ignorant land.
You got $1? That second hit threw me in the air, which I did not expect. All right, we are back to full functionality. Also, time to bully this idiot. Why are you so tanky? Oh, and by the way... wait, what? I mean, I know it said it leeches health from foes through twisted roots, but... And yeah, I didn't... Did I? I might have just treated that as flavor text. And he's gone. Granted, he's still alive because what's directly under us is the pier right in front of the hotel. That's fine. I'm gonna kill things. Now I need a living target. I wonder if I could... Well, I need to know how the heal works to start with. Oh, I don't like that. Guess I was wrong.
That's fine.
bartender. I've been tasked to acquire a nectar of significant age. Would you retain any such drink?
There's a hole?
After the finer stuff, eh? Sure, I might have a few vessels left, but I can't be selling them cheap. The shells in my cellar are the last left in Farlow. Once they're gone, no bub will ever taste such sweetness again.
There's a hole.
Aye, fair trade. The aged stuff's down at the bottom of the cellar. I trust you to collect only the vessel you're owed. I'd be grabbing it myself, but it's become a hard climb for my stiffened shell.
Eso.
What did you call me? It's like, hey, what the heck was that? Alright, reset. What? I didn't hold down. Ow. Okay. Oh, right. That dealt damage. And it does not appear to do an insignificant amount of damage either. Really. That is upsetting. Wouldn't have lasted another hit, so it's a good thing we didn't waste the heal on him. So, you know what I think, right? The way this heals would be exceptional for the, I believe it's fractured mirror? Claw mirror. Goodness. Okay, buddy? idiot. What do you mean?
Ren!
You're out of there. Goodness. Come on, just a little further. You can do it. What do you mean? Is there anyone else up here I can feed off of? No, we've got to finish this. Of course there was. Of course there would be something there in that spot at that time.
There's a hole. Eso.
Right. Why in the world did I forget to equip my tools and everything? I'm so used to not being able to. Oh wow, we've got to do all of that again. Kill them both. I do good work here. around there breaking stuff. No home training. Look at him. Yeah, they were prepared for cheese. Dang it. I hit the dash button, but for some reason it didn't go.
Pasahamba. Eso.
All right. Now let us fully re-equip. Oh, right. We have... Ooh, that's not great. And no yellows. What a terrible life. Only blues. You know what's actually really sad? I had the compass in the extra slot, which is independent of crests entirely, and it was still locked. I'm beside myself with sadness about that. Anyway, so this particular crest, it's got, I think its attack speed is a little faster than the Reaper crest. It's close to it, but it's a little faster. Ooh. Sure, why not? That's not wise. Okay. The injector band is, I'm pretty sure, what we picked up in the previous episode. So, I get to read what it does now that we can actually equip it. Oh, right, the drill, too. Rotary tool used for boring into bone and rock. Drives the wielder downwards while spinning the drill with destructive force. And of course we can equip too. That's kind of you. What was that going to do? Right. Contemplate what we would actually unlock. Or if we would unlock any. So, as you guys saw, we got the polyp pouch, which lets us inflict poison, I assume. The flintstone. No, not the flintstone. The flint. It's flint something. Flint slate, right. The flint slate lets us add fire to our weapon, nearly doubling its damage, which honestly puts this thing to shame. Anyway, if I were to combine this with the polyp pouch, and I know this can set enemies on fire, but I don't see it happen very often, so I don't know how reliable that is. But assuming, you could assume that it could happen, and then in the meantime, you're also getting poison on the enemy. So during those times where you just can't hit them, you're dealing damage anyway, which is always really good. I wonder how the multi-binder affects the heal. Oh, right, the injector band. So, we got this last episode, and now I can finally read what it does, because I did read what the drill did, just because, but this one, I didn't, mostly because I didn't keep playing the game. I ran into the green bug that we freed from Sinner's Road a long time ago, after I ended the previous episode. I was sure that was going to turn into a boss fight or something. And even if not, it would have been, an interesting interaction, I'm sure. So I went back to the save point and turned the game off. Came back at the previous episode I tried to record, and it was gone. And it wouldn't have happened if I had just recorded it then and there and held on to it for whatever it might have turned into. Like I said, my main concern was that it was a boss fight, and, well, I didn't want to have to spend extra time playing the game. That was probably during the work week, so it would have been a real inconvenience. Anyway, back to the injector band. A brace of surgical pins from the whiteboard, used to forcefully insert silk deep inside a bug's shell. Increases the speed of binding. Okay. I don't know if I want another weapon slot or another tool slot or another trinket slot. Not yet, at least. Hey, that's actually pretty cool. It added purple to the drill, so I know it's poisoned. Okay, bye-bye. What? I was literally holding back. I wonder what it would be like to combine the silk injector with the multi-binder and then the claw mirror. Okay. I guess he's dead. Cool. I did not intend to go that way. I would have gotten hit. That's a near instant heal. Right, this crest does not have knockback on its normal attack. Okay. That's right. Hey there. That is upsetting. Oh, that's not good. Ugh. That's what I was hoping to avoid. I forgot to use the drill.
Bomba.
I really wish I didn't have to keep talking to this guy every time I want to go back down here. I get why. It fits the nature of the situation. Let's see. should be interesting. Okay. Hey there. All right. I mean, we'll get it eventually.
Omaha.
Quite literally have to.
Eso.
But hey, out of all of the wave-based fighting we've been doing in this game thus far, this is actually the most interesting. Sir? Since I understand how clashes work now. Okay. I mean, it's got a good range to it. So it's not like you have to hug them close. Hey there. Okay. You okay? I'll let you have a minute. I have to go down. I'm trying to get a heal off of it. I wonder if I can chain that more cleanly than that. I also forgot to use the drill. I had the opportunity to. Your stuff's broken. Wait, how do I get back up? Your stuff's broken. You're back, miss. Heard a little commotion below. I trust everything went smoothly.
Juanita.
Sir, Sir, your cellar seems to have an ant problem. I assume in sending me down it merely slipped your mind to mention.
Ha! Oh, yes, well, with your weapon and talent. What? I'm sure they didn't pose a problem. And why? I see you've collected your prize, so we both come out well from the trade. Enjoy your nectar, miss. No simple pilgrim will ever taste a drop so fine. Especially now, since everything else down there is broken. And it's your fault. Glad we've come away from that a little better than when we started. Good Lord. Finally, we are free. And, unfortunately, we must part ways. Just for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with another episode. I cannot promise tomorrow. But the day after, if it aligns with typical schedule. Almost certainly. Now, there may be an episode tomorrow. I may feel better and in the mood to actually record another one. But I'm still glad that the episode I didn't record happened, because if it hadn't, I might not have gone to Mount Fae, which is where I got the brilliant idea to actually go back to Belhart and talk to He Who Rings. Or is it He Who Chimes? It's more like a chime than a ring. So yeah, He Who Chimes, which led me here to having the to having the crest of witch. Not of the witch, just witch. Witch crest. And I don't hate it. The injector band, we could probably swap out. I mean, if it's a boss fight where it looks like I need a split second extra here and there, and I can't get rid of or swap anything else out, yeah, that's probably the best bet, right? But as things stand, I don't really see a reason to have the injector band on. Well, so the multi-binder could be good, actually, because it does its extra damage twice. Well, The healing itself deals damage that then heals me. And that does it twice, which means extra damage dealt. But it also means an extra frame of, or 6 of vulnerability, during which I could be interrupted, and thus lose probably all of the healing we got from the first hit, assuming it even landed. So, you win some. I'm still going to try it. This wouldn't have made this actually wouldn't have made any difference for the fight down in the cellar. Well, it ultimately wouldn't have made a difference. And I do like the polyp pouch, but I want to test. Good lord. You and you. I don't know if we need another weapon or another tool, or if we should go with another blue trinket slot, which could be, frankly, anything. But as it stands, we're going to hold on to the drill because there are places that will need the business. Well, we can also probably just swap crests at a nearby rest area and then equip it on another crest is always that. Because having the extra damage from the flint slate would have made the, well, no, I was just being really sloppy. So the flint slate is not going to fix you being sloppy. It just makes your sloppiness less effective over less impactful over a long fight. But I've gotten away from the point of the end of this video, which was to send you guys on your way, so I can get back to watching anime, because it is Sunday. I probably won't be doing it immediately. I should be getting in there and making my freaking spaghetti, but it's cold. It is so cold. I'm literally sitting here at my desk with covers, mostly, so my poor feet stay at least somewhat warm. But that's a me problem, not a you problem. I hope you guys are staying nice and comfortable, and most importantly, drinking all the eggnog you possibly can. And so with all that said, we will see you next time.